we just saw Mob Psycho 100 Season 2,
Yay.
Episode 1
Yay.
in the theater.
We did.
In nice reclining seats.
We watched it like kings.
Like kings. And now we have hot takes.
All right, so, well, do you want to talk about the OVA at all?
Do you want to talk about the OVA?
Not really. I don't really have a lot of thoughts. I thought it was really funny.
It's a good way to get, like, hyped. I mean, not that I needed to be more hyped
Right.
for Season 2, but, like, the end showing, like, separation arc, like, Reagan at the bar and
Yeah.
the microphones, I was, like, shaking.
Oh, yeah, I really liked how the OVA ends with the microphones, because
Yes.
later going into episode 1, you realize they're the microphones for Mob's speech as a student council, but then they can also, because it's the exact setup.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
did they have that many Didn't they just have one microphone for the student council
Oh,
thing?
shit, you're right. But they
it's-
have the
yeah, it
red
is
background
kind of-
in the back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like both.
Yeah,
but,
so it's kind of like both. But
But I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
for separation arc.
I like the concept of the OVA ending with, like, Mob's Season 2, like, announced, and then, all right, here's the first episode.
I know, it
you
was kind of funny
bitches.
just going immediately, like, it was greenlit.
It's
and here it fucking
greenlit.
is.
Now here it is, you bitches.
You don't have to wait.
Right, exactly.
Which was fun, but
Right.
I did watch it a little while ago. But,
I actually never saw the OVA before.
good.
Uh,
It's like, woo!
right, and then when I learned, like, when I was coming to theaters and they were just going to play it, I was like,
You
oh,
might as well
I
just
might as
wait,
well
yeah.
just, wait. And I thought it was good.
It's cute. There's
I
some
think
cute,
it's cute.
cute stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen them just eat and chat and be cute. So
Good points.
anyway,
All right.
episode 1
So-
started much the same way as
Oh, yeah.
the
it's-
first season.
Yeah, so it still
Episode 1,
starts
like,
with
minus the little action sequence.
Yeah,
but-
it doesn't start with, like, the same kind of action sequence, kind of showing off, like, the animation, which is fair because episode 1 of season 1 is trying to grab your attention,
No.
right? But this one's, like, it just starts with the same, like, in this world, there are psychics, which Jenny was kind of annoyed with.
Yeah, it has the same, like, little narration thing, which, like, we Ben knew. But, okay. I mean, it was fine. Whatever. And then it goes immediately into the Roots case.
Yeah, which, the Roots case is originally, and if you guys don't know what the Roots case is, it's
Read
when...
the manga.
So when Reagan
plant
goes
one.
to go to the farm and help him with his harvest, and after Mob exercises the guy, he also gets plant powers. Good for him. So that was originally in, like, the urban legend arc, right? Like,
Yeah, it was like
sometime in the middle.
after the Urban Legend arc,
Oh,
and
it's after it.
when there's just like a bunch of cases in a row for a few episodes.
Oh.
Because there's like the Urban Legends arc.
And then they do the
one that
stalker.
they moved up to season 1, the Stalker case.
Yeah,
with the
the-
other stuff in that same chapter, and then the Roots case is sort of like all in a row.
Mhm.
So it's like a little bit later, but I thought that they were gonna move it up from the trailers because
Yeah.
it works really well where it
does.
was, because it sets up like the broccoli thing.
Yeah,
right at the
so
beginning.
I feel like they're probably gonna end with season 2 as a series, but I think they're gonna go further than 12 episodes, just because the manga's over. So I think they're gonna just go through with it. But maybe there's like a break afterwards. So I think there might be a break after like World Dom going into Broccoli arc,
Mhm.
which, like you said, that like really sets up with like Reagan giving Mob the seed and him having his plant powers.
Yeah, and it also sets up separation arc
Yeah.
by having Mob's first line again, as with season 1.
Oh shit, you're
As
right.
with season 1, his first line is like, "Will you stop calling me?" out of nowhere, which is so funny.
And he's like,
I
season
loved
2,
that.
and he's like, again, can you stop calling me?
He's like, we've been through this.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. That's super funny.
So it's really funny as sort of a parallel to that.
Going off
Uh.
of that, you can kind of make a case with like the comparisons between the first case in episode 1, where Reagan's like, "You idiot! Like, you have to take care of the small fry." But in this one, in the
Yeah.
case, he's like really like, "What do you think, Mob? Can you sense something here?" And he's
Yeah,
like,
he
a
was
lot
kind
more.
of asking him a little bit more. But then at the end, of course, when he defeats the plant, he was like, "Oh, that was what I was hoping you would do."
Yeah. I mean, he's
You
still
figured
Reagan,
it out.
right? Exactly. He's still like,
Idiot.
all part of my scheme. Now you have plant powers, boy.
I loved watching Reagan just get hit in the face and like knocked over, and that was great.
That was
It's
good.
what he deserved.
Just Reagan trapped in like a ball of like
Good.
vines.
One of the things that they added to that I thought was really cool was showing like a close up of the cells of the plants
Yeah.
when Mob is kind of figuring out that he can like manipulate the plants. I thought
Yeah.
that was a really cool touch.
I thought that was really cool too.
So Yeah, they definitely added some action to the first episode, which otherwise would have just been kind of...
Yeah, without it, I'm glad that they did it, because the
slower.
first episode would have been pretty slow, since the first episode just covers, like, the new girlfriend arc, which is just a mini arc, so...
Which we will now get into, but first I have to complain that they didn't show us the OP!
Yeah!
They had the credits over the beginning of the Roots case, and they didn't have the OP, and I was just shaking.
I know. We'll have to wait like a week. It's okay. I know. I'm really excited for it.
They're still not done with it. That's my theory.
I'm pretty sure
they're still not done with the OP.
Yeah, they're like
they're still working on it.
The first episode is out. We need to do the opening.
We have to finish this OP
right now. I'm really excited to see what the OP is, just because, and I think everyone is, and I think Bones knows that like the first OP was so good.
That was honestly what I was most excited for this episode.
The opening
was seeing because I sort of knew what the rest of it would kind of be.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I was really excited to see and hear it.
Yeah, I know. But it'll be okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So they so this is going to the next little tidbit, but I think they're going to do like a couple more different like medium cutouts, and like in season 1 it was like a lot of like traditional stuff, like the glass on paint stuff, and cutting away to like pencil shadings and watercolors and stuff. But so this episode they cut away to like a video game kind of thing. Yeah, actually,
which was really cute.
It was super cute. It was
they had it with one of the like explosion meter things.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It showed like his explosion at the bottom, explosion meter at the bottom, and it was
pixelated.
Yeah, and it was just like a little pixelated mob and Reagan just walks away.
Very cute.
It was really cute, and I'm wondering if they're gonna do like more little technical like medium like cutaways like that, which would be really cool to see.
I like the touch, and that's one of the most fun things about seeing it adapted, is seeing like where they choose to use those things.
Yeah,
and so yeah, I guess going into the student council speech, and that arc was really funny.
That was a really good arc, or like little section.
Yeah,
just with like Mom not talking was just really done really funny.
And I was kind of like wondering, because obviously they can't like have us sit through like 5 minutes of actual silence. So I was kind of wondering like how they were gonna do that, and they did have maybe like 15 seconds of silence, which feels pretty long. And
they did leave it on a screen for like a good section of time,
and especially like in a theater. That's so funny.
It was really funny. Yeah, and everyone just like in the theater was just silent until finally it cut away. It just like stayed on Mob for like a good 10 seconds,
and then it cut to like the audience is sort of like not like drawn as like people, but just sort of as like
blobs,
little like blobs, just like and like cricket sounds, little like it's really funny.
It was done very well. I really liked that. I thought that was super funny. And then of course it goes this was my immediate thought. It goes into like a little shot of like Mom in a cutaway medium shot where he's like a pencil, but it gets smudged away because he's embarrassed or whatever. And I feel like that same thing happened with like Reagan in like season 1, which is super funny to me. Yeah. So yeah.
Like that parallel.
Love him.
And then it goes into Emmy.
Love my girl, Emmy. There. Love my girl. I like how Emmy looks.
Yeah, she's very cute.
I think she's adorable.
She's very sweet. Yeah, it was just a whole cute sequence of how they would walk home every day and like chat and stuff. And I was like, wow, Bones making me ship Mob and Emmy. I think that's one of my hot takes. Is I was like, yeah.
Oh, that you kind of ship Mob and Emmy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey. It made sense to me in that.
It makes sense now. Of course. Well, I mean, Mob is just super popular.
Yeah, he's good with the ladies.
He's good with the ladies.
Yeah, it was very cute, and of course, like seeing everyone else's reaction to him having a girlfriend is like the funniest part, both in the manga and in the anime. My favorite tidbit was like when Tomei and the rest of the telepathy club find out the telepathy club is like sketched out as like pencils, but Tomei is just normally animated, which is super really funny.
And they just go shot to shot to shot and show each other faces. Which is really funny.
That was really well done.
And then, so when Reagan finds out, They actually, it was originally in The Office, right?
Yeah, and that was one of my favorite changes, was they had Mom was, like, exercising a spirit, and Reagan was like, wow, you seem like you're in a really good mood, and your exorcism game is on point, which is just hilarious. I can't wait to hear that in the dub. Like, that's so funny.
That was a strange line, but I loved it.
It was a great line.
It was a good line.
And also, like, how can Reagan tell?
Right, Reagan
I guess
just
he can probably tell. I mean, he can see spirits now, but he was just like, wow, on point,
Mom. He can see spirits, so he can tell.
He's like, I can tell a good exorcism.
Well, he can also read people pretty well, and it's implied that he can read Mob pretty well. But so
it was just funny. He was like, "Oh, good job."
And then Mob just walks straight into the door.
Yeah. Mob gets embarrassed and like tries to run away, and that was like the funniest.
That was really cute, and I can't wait till that's like gift because that was adorable.
Yeah. What a blessing.
Thank you,
Bones.
Everyone say thank you, Bones.
That was really good.
It was very cute.
So then, then Emmy tells Mob that the reason why she asked him out was because she lost a rock, paper, scissors game. Was that in the manga, or is that like...
I think they just kind of added it, because, I mean, they said it was a
that
dare.
Another nod to the upcoming rock, paper, scissors?
I don't think it goes that deep.
It does go that deep. Emmy shows up and wins in Mogami arc.
Emmy is Mogami.
Emmy's Mogami.
Emmy is Mogami.
Mogami is possessing Emmy, and this is the beginning of his torture of Mob.
Why is Mogami going after so many girls? That's really weird.
Oh my god.
Stop.
They better keep that line in the anime.
Oh yeah, they do funny. Say that in the manga.
Reagan says it, because Reagan is woke. Anyway, this is going off the rails. Yeah.
No, because they just say it's a dare. And I keep forgetting that, like, when I first read through the manga and Emmy says, like, oh, you know, when you turned me down, why do you still walk me to school? And I was like, oh, yeah. And so when she said that in the anime, I was like, oh, yeah, Mom did turn her down. I always forget that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or I feel like he didn't even say, like, anything. He was just
like,
okay,
is quiet and walks
I'll
away.
Just walk you home. And not say anything, because he kind of lets everyone like think that he has a girlfriend.
Well, he probably like says like, I'm sorry, or like, but we can still walk home together or something.
And then he just goes back to school to go to the club, which is so funny.
Which is like, that's such a mood, like too embarrassed to like turn somebody down, and you just like go back to that area.
Like, well, we'll go back.
All right, that's super funny.
I loved they had a little montage of like Mob and Emmy's time together after she like not really dumped him, but I'm gonna call it that after she dumped him. Which was just like 3 things of them like hanging out, and there was this one shot of
like a week.
Like he had got like a soda from the vending machine. The next shot was him like, what was even going on? He was just like spilling the soda everywhere.
Oh yeah,
it was really funny.
And then he like ran into a tree. Mob ran into a lot of stuff this episode.
He's a clumsy boy.
He's a clumsy boy. Love him.
He's just a very nice boy.
So I had the is it okay if I jump to the ending?
You can jump to,
So I had the theory that they weren't going to actually show the ending similar to how they did in episode 1, and they were just going to lay over the music to the scene of Mob and Emmy picking up the papers and Mob picking it up with his powers. And I was right!
You were
bitches!
Right. You were right.
Cinema!
And they played the song, and I do like the song.
The song sounds really good.
I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, because I have no idea what they're gonna... I'm gonna guess... It would be cool. They're probably gonna do a paint on glass kind of thing again.
Reagan centric.
And it's Reagan centric, hopefully.
Although this whole season is Reagan centric, to be honest. Like last season there wasn't as much Reagan, but this season there's gonna be a lot of Reagan.
You're right, and this episode didn't have a lot of Reagan, so
that's true.
But that's also I kind of expected that.
Like the next. All of the episodes, there's going to be a lot of Reagan.
You're right. There's going to be a lot more Reagan.
Mogami arc, and he has his own separation arc that he's the star of, and
he's
the star. And like Mob just like conks out for an episode, and like
oh yeah, Mob's gonna be asleep for like 5 episodes.
Probably only gonna be like 1.5 episodes.
Let him sleep. It felt like it was like 15 chapters.
It was a long time in the manga. I was like, when's he gonna wake up?
And even one made jokes about that. It was like he's still awake or he's still asleep.
He's still sleeping.
Something I just thought of now that I'm thinking about it is the normal cutaways to like commercials. It's just like in their
like the hand
the hand thing. So instead it was like another like medium cutaway, and it was like all the girls Emmy hangs out with at the arcade or something. And I just noticed that might mean that there's going to be like a different kind of cutaway for every episode, right?
Yeah,
because that was kind of like based on that episode, which would be really cool.
Yeah,
so we'll see. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, because I just thought of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was when I was expecting like the OP to drop when that cutaway happened. And I was just like,
no, as soon as I saw the credits during the plants case, I was like, oh, no OP.
I should have put that together, but I was still like hanging on the edge of my seat for that OP.
Bones said no OP, right?
Bones said fuck you, no OP.
Bones said, you want this OP, you're gonna have to fucking work for it.
We're not done with it yet.
We're not done with it yet. So yeah.
And then it just ended with like a funny conversation between Mob and Dimple, which I don't think was in the manga.
I don't think so.
I don't remember that happening.
I can't even remember what their conversation was. Oh, it's just like Dimple.
Dimple was just like, I'm gonna haunt you forever, and Mob's like, that's gross.
Yeah, Mom literally just says, that's gross. I love him so much.
Very good.
Very good. So yeah. Oh, you know,
they should preview for next episode. You gotta talk about that.
Oh yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that kind of leads, like, not really into Broccoli arc, but that kind of leads more into.
Yeah.
Like the
Dimple
idea.
does some crazy shit coming up.
Yeah.
Dimple, why don't you stop doing bad things?
Dimple, stop being a piece of shit ever. Dimple, stop challenge.
Dimple, stop being a piece of shit challenge.
He fails. So yeah. Then the preview.
Preview for next episode is it's gonna be called like Urban Legends. Something.
Yeah.
But yeah, not anything too revealing from the episode title. But I mean, obviously it went by really fast, so it's hard to see exactly. But I remember I saw like, what did I even see?
It was like a baby doll.
There was like a weird thing that I don't remember from the manga that was like this creepy like baby thing.
I don't really remember that. I think I feel like I remember it, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look back. I know.
Weird. I think I saw thing of like the old lady running.
Oh, that's gonna be so funny.
That's gonna be hilarious.
That's gonna be really funny.
Did I see the dog, or am I imagining it? There was another dog in the episode.
There was another dog because Emmy saw a dog and was like, "Oh, good dog,
good dog."
Which shows that Emmy's a good girl. Oh, kind of going back to the ending of that episode. Then it, Mob shows his powers to Emmy, and Emmy like kind of gets inspired by that and starts writing another book. And I can't remember if that was in the manga or not.
Don't remember. I feel like I just looked at this episode too before, or this chapter before this, and I don't remember.
I feel like maybe she does.
But I really liked that touch. I thought it was really cute.
I did so too.
For her to be inspired to like write about that.
I feel like Bones. I just want to talk about Emmy for a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like Bones put like so much life into her like this episode, because just like comparing how she acted, like even before she like told Mob that she just did this on a dare, like just like when they were first walking together, and comparing how she acted with Mob to comparing how she acted with her friends, like you can just get a lot from her character, like how fake she is, and like how she knows she's being fake, and like really hiding her. She's a good girl. She's a good girl.
Also, like as someone who's like literally been bullied for writing things,
I'm the one bullying you.
I know you literally have been the one bullying me.
I'm the one ripping up your fan fiction.
You're the one finding my embarrassing old John Locke fan fiction.
Oh yeah, that actually happened.
Reading it while I beg you to stop.
Oh yeah, I do remember
and not listening to me.
I do remember that.
And then I deleted it from the internet because of you. So
I'm the bad guy.
And then Mob shows up and been like, well, weird, but
weird, but
it's okay.
We saw a lot of like cuts too from like the trailers in this episode, like that I wasn't expecting. to see.
Well, and the first PV was like almost exclusively things from this episode and maybe next one, because they weren't done with the rest of them.
Hot take.
Bones is procrastinating.
They work hard.
I know. I love them. So yeah, I think like because of that, the contents of this episode were a little bit easier to predict. Than like a little bit later this season. I have no idea what to expect.
I'm thinking that they're gonna add some more stuff from like the comics, like the extra comics, like, at the end of chapters and shit. I think they're gonna
because we're still expecting to see that scene when Tsubomi and her friend go into spirits and such for advice, which I thought was going to be in this episode.
Oh yeah,
because it kind of fits the theme, and also like Mob was in like every scene of this episode, so I kind of thought they might give us like a Mob break at one point.
Mob break,
which not that we need one, but
never need a break from my boy.
Get, like maybe something.
But
I guess that'll probably be a little bit later. I also loved Tsubomi saying smooth when she saw it.
Oh,
I don't remember what she says in the manga.
She says, not bad or something like that.
Okay, yeah. I just love the translation as smooth. Like, that's very funny.
That is very funny. So, yeah. I just realized that the Ritsu and Teru, when they're in the office, that's definitely from the extra. That's when it goes to the office. Anyway, So yeah, but I heard someone say when they saw the premiere at New York Comic Con, because they also showed episode 2, that episode 2 is like really scary.
Yeah.
Or like kind of creepy.
And like it did look creepy from the few flashes. Like whatever that baby thing is, get that away from me.
I don't know
that
what the fuck that is, but I'm super excited for it.
So I wonder if they're gonna add like a new case. Because I don't know where I saw this, but I saw somebody that saw I think it was on like Reddit or something, somebody that saw the episode 2 said that it ended with a robot fight.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
That's not
I have no idea what
manga.
The fuck that is.
Yeah, so they must add something. But although they definitely do like the main like things, because they mentioned them. They mentioned the dog.
They mentioned the dog, the granny, and the
Kuchisaki or whatever, and the granny. So like they do those things, and then so I don't know how they're gonna honestly fit all of it in, because like each of those takes a little bit of time.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a very like Mob and Reagan episode, which
it is.
I love.
I love Mob and his turtleneck.
Oh yeah,
such a good boy. Loved his blue turtleneck. It was so cute.
So, although the people that saw the premiere of that episode at the Anime NYC thing also did not see the OP in either episode, so
maybe
at Bones, unless they just didn't include it in the second episode, because I can't imagine that they wouldn't have it in the first. It would be kind of weird to have it not in the first 2 episodes. But I'm wondering
if they. My knees. I know. I'm wondering if they cut it out to like include everything.
Yeah.
No, it would be kind of weird to not have it in the first 2 episodes.
They gotta play it. Although, like, seeing...
We get no OP this whole season.
There's no OP.
Both said...
You may see the OP once. It's in the last episode of the season.
Both is like, we can't top the other OP, so we don't do an OP at all.
I would hate that.
If it's not broke, don't do anything.
They can top it.
I think they can.
It was very fun seeing the season 1 OP in the theater. As part of the OVA. I was like barely able to stay still.
I know, me too.
There was some guy really sitting next to me that came by himself, which I thought was great. I was like, good for you, dude.
I love him.
And then I was like, I gotta contain myself a little bit, but I also have to headbang.
But also, this is a bop.
Just like
yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah.
Okay. That part, yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, like we heard some of the OP in like the second trailer, so
yeah, they've written the song.
They wrote 45 seconds of it.
They're just not done with the
animation. They commissioned 15 seconds of the
song.
Like,
we just need a trailer song.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
So yeah, next episode. Of course, gotta watch this one again on Monday and watch it over and over again until next Monday. Can't wait. I'm really excited.
Before the OVA started too, there was like a Crunchyroll like exclusive interview with the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor for Mob, and he was like saying like one of the tidbits was that the season is a lot more serious. So can't wait for that.
We've been new.
I know, exactly. That's the thing is like the arcs that's coming are really dark.
Yeah, like this first episode and like the next
one, really lighthearted
to an extent are gonna be like pretty light, or at least like not a lot of character development.
Yeah,
but just kind of like here's some cases next week, but then shit's gonna get really
it's
real.
like the
because even like the third episode, which is probably gonna be some of those extra cases where Mob kind of starts to be like, what if I was evil?
What if I was mean? What if I was rude?
What if I? Do you ever want to go ape shit?
You want to go? Well, then that goes into Mogami.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that kind of leads in, and then he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go ape shit because then I'll end up like this. Yeah, well, because he questions the difference between being
a
human and being a spirit, and like Mogami really shows those themes,
which kind of brings those themes to a close and such. All right.
In summation, wig. Don't look at me like that.
I hate you. I'm gonna kill you.
Rissa's gonna kill me.
I'm gonna kill her in your sleep.
Honestly, I'm like, I can't die for the next 12 to 24 weeks.
You may live for the next 12 to 24 weeks.
Like, I'm like, drive really carefully.
Depends.
Can't die.
Wear your seatbelt.
I can't die until I see the rest of Mob Psycho 100.
Eat healthy.
Eat healthy, don't have a heart attack.
Quit drinking.
Live well, quit drinking. Anyway, on that note,
I don't know how to end this.
That's it. That's the end. Bye.